Greetings, humans. I'm making this video because the official Cascadeur YouTube channel made a video on this topic, but a lot of people in the comments were saying that it wasn't in-depth enough and that they needed to show more. So I'm making a tutorial that's a little bit more in-depth, I hope. So let's get into it, I guess. I'm using Lucario for this because he's my favorite Pokemon, and also me and a friend are making a Smash Bros. Game. Fan game, of course. And we have a Discord if you want to see that. That'll be in the description. But anyway, let's get started. So first, delete lights and cameras. You don't need that stuff. Next, if you have any clothing, I guess, or in this case, stuff that would have physics, you can delete them because we can do physics in Blender later. Also, you will want to delete them from the rig as well. You don't have to do this, but I am using the free version of Cascadeur, so the number of bones counts. That's probably fine. Now, save your blend file, and we can go to export as FBX. Then, yeah, that's good. Oh, I'm not an expert in this, but you'll probably want to turn off add leaf bones. Leaf bones are basically bones that determine how long the other bones are. We don't really need those. It'll just add to the number of bones in your Cascadeur scene. Probably. Now, that's that. We open Cascadeur. New scene, then hit import FBX/DAE, then scene. We find that, import it. Okay, I was lucky and this is actually perfect size. If you need to change the size, go into scene, units, and you can change this based on how you want it. So if your model is too big, you can do 0.5. It'll be smaller in Cascadeur then. Anyway, rig mode helper. Yes, we do want to use this. Yes, we're going to use the quick rigging tool. So basically, Cascadeur has a video on this topic, but basically you find what is here. This is the right one, right? Yeah. So basically what you want to find it and then put them into the right thing and just do that throughout the entire body. Now that I have half of them, there's a neat thing where if your bones are named appropriately, then you can mirror them. So I did the left side. As you can see, it's point capital L. That's how they're end named. So you do that for original, then point R for mirrored, and then bang, you just created the other half of your rig. Hand left and hand right, I didn't do these because Lucario only has 3 fingers and 1 bone for each, so I'm just not going to mess with that. Twists, this model does have some twists. So twists are basically, if a bone moves, then sometimes other parts of the limb can be distorted. So twists fix that. I'm not going to do that for this one. Again, Cascadeur has their own video on this. So add rig elements. Continue editing just so I can show you. So for some reason, I'm not sure why, but this is sideways. Yeah. I have done this before, and I haven't actually noticed any differences in like physics and whatnot, but do not turn it, as that will turn the bone itself. So we're just going to leave that, exit out of rig mode. Alright, now we have this. I'm going to make a little animation so that I can show you. I finished the animation, and now we're going to export it to Blender. Export scene, just save it as the tutorial. Make sure to save the file. Now we're going to go into Blender. Now, I did this a little while ago, and I realized a mistake that I made. Here, the armature has scale on it. That is something that you want to make sure you never do. So, you want to make sure that your armature has 1 for its scale on everything. That messed up the import, and now it looks like this, which is a little bit weird. However, we can fix this by going to the dope sheet, action editor, and hitting stash on the animation. Now we don't need this anymore, so we can delete it. Then we can go here, and before you change the animation, you want to make sure that all of your constraints for your bones are all set to 0. This will cause some weird things if they're not. Now we can hit this and select our animation. That shrunk him again, which is why the scale is important. So we're just going to find the base. It's somewhere here. We're just going to scale that up to probably about 5. That's probably about right. I'm going to play the animation, and oh crap. Alright, so now I want to find the base and just have it selected, and go here and click on the animation. Now you'll notice that he got shrunk quite a bit. We're going to scale up the base to 5. By the way, a base could just be, if you don't have a base, you can just scale up the armature. But either way, you're going to want, okay. You're going to want to delete all of these keyframes for the base. And there we go. There's our animation in Blender. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I had some things that happened during this, and it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but either way, it works, and I hope this helps everyone. And if you have any questions or need any help, comment, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.